You're gonna have to do better. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself in and out of the prison system. You understand? Court is calling 2017 CR 7885, State of Texas versus Carlos Manuel Herrera Jr. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Brittany Mitchell for the state.
Defense.
John Young for the defense.
And are you Mr. Herrera? All right, everyone, I'm gonna need you all to lower your voices. And if you're in the box, please do not talk while we're on the record. Are you the same Carlos Manuel Herrera Jr. who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2017 CR 7885 for the offense of assault, family choking, strangulation on July 15, 2019 for a period of 2 years and extended for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Your Honor, under the first amended motion. In
Just a minute.
okay.
It's like we're all new. And for that other, for this case. Is it a choker claim? All right, we're back on the record.
Under the first amended motion in violation of condition number 1, on or about the 29th day of August 2022 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Carlos Manuel Herrera Jr. committed the offense of failure to ID in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Your Honor, we'll waive and abandon the remaining.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true.
True.
All right, is there an agreement?
Your Honor, we do have an agreed recommendation for the court to revoke Mr. Herrera and sentence him to the 2 TDC for a final conviction and to take into consideration his new failure to ID.
All right, and what's the cost number on the failure charges?
It is County Court 691977
And what's the agreement?
for 2 years.
All right, and defense, is that the agreement?
That is our agreement, Your Honor.
And Mr. Herrera, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then the court will follow your agreement. The court will find you guilty, revoke you, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, take in consideration 691977. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Leticia, Lethexia Vasquez and Kenneth Dent, Dent. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. He right now has a 436-day credit in the Bexar County Jail. He also has I believe it's, 123-day credit for the SATIV program, which he completed.
All right, did he complete SATIV successfully?
I believe he did, Your
Yes,
Honor.
I believe you did, Your Honor.
I have the dates if you would like me to put those in the record.
All right. Yes, you can put those in the record.
August 9th, 2019, showing my age. And he was in SATIV until December 10th of 2019.
All right, the court will give him credit also for any inpatient treatment time. Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And because this is a felony conviction and an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record. You're gonna have to do better. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself in and out of the prison system. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
good seeing you. John, you're supposed to be going to ISF. What is the issue for you?
Issue is the ISO that I want to send me to. They did me bad over there, and I don't feel safe over there.
What does that mean? They did you bad?
I was jumped over there myself, and I don't feel safe.
All right, when did this happen? Has he ever been sent to ISF?
He was sentenced to local ISF on December 9th of 2022. But we're not trying to send him to local ISF. Currently, we're trying to send him to state ISF.
All right, because the court didn't receive any report. Did you file a report?
No, I did. No, it was my fault.
All right, so where we are is you need to go to ISF. So that's where you're going to be going, and I'm sending you to ISF, not because of, punishment. It's because you need ISF. It's either that or motion to revoke. That's where we are. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So why are you not doing what you need to do since you've been on probation? Because you're looking at 20 years prison.
Something I'm not doing, I need to do is just I haven't reported.
I'm sorry, what?
Because I didn't report.
Yeah, that's a big problem. And I can't have people on probation who are not reporting. I mean, after you do ISF, you're supposed to go back to Harris County. So, I mean, you can sign the conditions to go to ISF. If you don't want to sign the conditions to go to ISF, what will end up happening is the motion to revoke will be filed. I'll hear it. And if everything is in correct order, I'll find it to be true. And then either you will be revoked or you won't be revoked. If you're revoked, the range of punishment is up to 20 years in prison. And this is an aggravated case. So whatever time, if you were to receive time, you'd have to do half the time, calendar time before you're eligible for parole.
So I got a question.
Yes.
I understand you want to go to ISF. Is there any way that I can get a GPS and go back home?
No, because here's the problem. Not only do I have that with you, I have, previously that you picked up new number ones. This is not your first time before me. Like in October 4th, there was a reporting issue. And December 9th, there was a issue of reporting. I mean, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I don't understand why you're not doing it. I don't understand why you're picking up new cases. And the state didn't go on those cases. They ended up dismissing them in return for a plea. But you keep picking up new cases and you're not reporting.
Just 1 second.
So I don't know why you're not reporting.
It was the current reason was I didn't have transportation.
Well, no, that's no excuse. You pick up the phone and say, I have no transportation. You just haven't been reporting. And this is not the first time that you've not reported. The problem is, and I don't consider it a problem, but people have to realize that there are consequences for action, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if people stop doing that with their children where, hey, you do something you're not supposed to do, there's a consequence for it, or either they just blow it off. But in here, you're on deferred adjudication for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You could get up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. And whatever time you get, if I were to sentence you to 10 years, you'd have to do 5 years flat before you're eligible for parole. So there are consequences for your actions. You didn't report the first time. I amended your conditions and didn't revoke you. You didn't report again. I don't know what you don't understand about not reporting. And your excuses that you're giving to me are not sufficient.
Yes, ma'am.
Because if there's some issue with transportation, if there's some other issue, you pick up the phone and call your probation officer. In this court, I always tell everybody, communication is key. That's why I'm telling you, the reason why I'm sending you to ISF is because this is the second time you have not been following the court's rules. Now, if you don't want to go to ISF and don't want to sign, then what's going to end up happening is a motion to revoke is going to be filed. And if everything is in proper order, I'm going to sign it. And then we're going to hear a motion to revoke. Do you understand? So what do you wish to do? I'm sorry? All right, and if there's an issue with ISS, all you have to do is tell somebody, and guess what? If there's an issue at ISF that happens, guess what? They send that to me and I take care of it. All right, so he will sign. Is there any other issues you have? Do you still have family in Harris County? Is that where you wish to be? All right, so after he finishes with ISF, just transfer him back to Harris County. And who are you going to be staying with there?
My mother.
All right, you need to do better for your mom, at least. Don't do it for me. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your mom. All right.
Carlos Herrera Jr. returned to a Texas courtroom already on thin ice after being placed on deferred adjudication for an assault, family violence, choking, and strangulation case. But this hearing quickly turned serious when prosecutors revealed a new violation tied to a failure to ID offense in Bexar County. Herrera admitted the violation was true, fully aware the judge could sentence him to up to 10 years in prison. Instead, the court accepted a plea agreement for 2 years in prison, revoked his probation, and entered a final felony conviction with an affirmative finding of family violence. The judge also ordered Herrera to have no contact with the victim and warned him that continued criminal behavior would keep him trapped in the prison system. The most chilling moment came near the end when the judge looked directly at Herrera and said, "You're gonna have to do better. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in and out of the prison system."